Hello people of YouTube. My next packages from Eagle Moss have arrived. I've got 2 boxes today. One of them should be the binder, which I'm guessing is this one. I'm going to put that aside because who wants to watch me open another binder? This one, however, I'm hoping should be my next 2 ships. So let's crack it open and find out what we got. I believe the Stargazer is supposed to be one of them, and I believe the other is supposed to be the Solar Sailor. I could remember wrong. So let's just snatch this out of here. And what do we have? We have the Solar Sailor mag and the Stargazer, which is a little beat up, sadly. Anyhow, we'll put those to the side. And sadly, I've got a broken sailor. I've got the Stargazer and a broken Solar Sailor. So I don't know if I'll be able to fix that or not, but I'll probably be asking for another. Anyhow, put all this to the side, and you've got the Stargazer. It's probably going to have its usual contents. The Picard Maneuver has its own section in here. Interesting. Designing the Stargazer. Filming. Standard stuff. And next up after this is the Vorcha class. Actually, I'm doing these out of order because 18 is actually the Solar Sailor, and you have your contents. First section of general information, a layout. This talks about the Bajoran system, and this talks about the ship, and several neat looking sketches. And on screen, and the Stargazer. But I am very curious, very excited to have the Stargazer, anxious to open it. There's one I have been waiting for. Very glad that it's not yellow. And let's see what we have here. It's a little bit lighter weight than I expected. It sounds like something is rattling around in it. Not sure what that is. Maybe one of the blue grills on the nacelles is loose. That looks pretty nice. That's the bottom side. There's the top side. It's not quite as thick as I expected it to be. Got some more detail on the bottom. And the sails are almost straight. I think that'll be okay enough. I can always try and straighten it later, as I have now learned how easy it is to snap loose and fix some of these. Yeah, this is nice. I'm not sure where the metal parts are though. It barely seems to even have any metal in it. Seems like maybe there's a some metal in the middle and it's covered in plastic. It's kind of strange. But it's nicely detailed. Nice little model. I very much look forward to reading more about it. I always thought that was an interesting looking ship. So we'll throw it on its stand here. Okay. Slide that to the side. The poor Bajoran solar sailor. This is a neat little ship, but I would have understood if they decided not to do it, because it seems to be rather fragile. And this one is taped shut. But before I open it all the way, make a little video of the piece rattling around in there, so we know that that's broken, just in case questions come up later, because I feel like I'm gonna have to contact Eagle Moss. One of the magazines is kind of ripped and this ship is not together, so I hate to ask for another replacement, or two more, as the case may be. Wow, that is a very delicate ship. It is very, very delicate. Very delicate. It's cool. But I can see why it's coming apart. It wouldn't take much. Kind of worried that these big clumsy hands are going to bump it and rip it. But somehow this goes back in there. There's kind of a close-up. Let's bring this down a little bit. Close-up of it. I'm not sure which way is up. Perhaps this way is up. I guess that would make more sense. Not a lot of paint detail to this. It is pretty simple, but I can't help but to think of the episode and how they got caught and actually broke off one or two of the sails. This is more realistic than you realize. I don't know if I can fix that or not. I might give it a try, get the magnifying glass out so I can get a better look, but until then I'm not even going to bother to put it on a stand. So this video may be continued. I'll get a little bit more of the Stargazer. You can see some of the Aztecing. You can see the top pair of nacelles is a little crooked, a little wonky. So that's something I may try to fix at some point. Got the underside, which I don't know anything about these bits and pieces. There's the loose part right there. And these do glow with light behind them, but not so much that part. There you have it. So I'm going to see if I can't fix the solar sailor. And if I do, you'll see that next. If I don't, it'll be me talking about contacting Eagle Moss. And I made an attempt to repair the solar sailor for myself using some modeling glue that I have, and it didn't work. The piece was broken off. It's not like it came loose from a slot that it could be placed back into, but part of it had actually cracked unevenly, and there's so very little to go on. And the glue I had, probably if it dried a little faster, may have held, but I don't have steady hands and there's not much for it to glue on, so I have contacted Eagle Moss through their Facebook page and requested a replacement. Hopefully that won't be a problem. I also sent them a close-up picture of this magazine, how it's kind of tore up along the edge. I would like to get one that's not. I'm afraid of being marked as the guy who constantly complains and eventually getting a ship that they won't replace, even though it's broken. And I've been very fortunate so far. There's a couple of things that, maybe I shouldn't have complained about. That was one issue that didn't have the numbers. Actually, there was two, and I complained about them, and they sent me two more. And one had the number, and the other one still didn't. So I have two copies of, I think it's the NX01. The top left corner still has no number, so I let that go. More recently, I complained about the nacelles on the Equinox and was sent two replacements, both of them still having uneven nacelles, but I finally gave it a shot and broke them off and fixed them myself, but they come off cleanly. And I was able to repair that, so now in the future, I get something that's crooked or broken like that, I'll give it a shot in repairing it. But the Bajoran solar sailor just is not one of those. It's such tiny pieces, and I know there's been a lot of history of them arriving broken. I was really hoping that mine wouldn't, but it has. I've yet to hear a response back from Eagle Moss. It takes them a day or two usually to get back to me, so here's hoping for the best. Their customer service so far has been great, and if and when I get the replacement or whatever happens, I will make an update video when I can. So thank you for watching, and keep on keeping on.